another fantastic weekend of Formula One racing here on the EGL Extreme Gaming League. I'm Tipsy Bob, and joining me on the mic is my trusty sidekick and my good friend, Dad Bats. Covering all the action today, we're going to be covering everywhere from Monaco, Singapore, Abu Dhabi, and Bahrain, all across the world, all across the country. We have a full grid lined up, some of the best talent around the world. We have plucked them from all corners of the earth to give you some of the greatest racing experience viewing footage you'll ever see in your lifetime. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the EGL. There we go. Once all the cars are all lining up on the grid, they're all getting ready. The drivers will be focusing on their first corner. Are they going to take it? What are they going to do? Is they going to go deep? Are they going to go? Who knows? The takedown, away we go! DRS is still active, and if Timo wants to get this moved on, he's gonna need to use this DRS zone because I have a feeling. Oh no, Timo, cancel it first, you're in the traction zone. I tried to mount up another overtake on 23 mark. This is round 3 mark.
And Timo are oh, it's not pit. Oh no! Oh my god, this so sorry, control myself. So Timo
I wouldn't be gonna penalty too, so they can stand at the back together again. Just like Timo likes it.
how many times did you see how many times Timo tried to get into the pit?
Hello everyone, welcome to another week of moving my mic on to SRL Tier 3, joined by Pixel as always.
Hello there.
Shalom. Dragon in chat, hello. You're supposed to be on track.
So, you should be driving, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're here at Spa. Pretty long track, one of the longest ones in the calendar. So, 22 laps in total. As Trevor, who's making his debut, is actually about to start his lap, so might as well go on board with him here for his first lap. Oh yeah, so what's the first turn? I was asking.
This is La Source.
Ah, yes.
Spot is braking relatively well there. Maybe a touch early, but he got the apex well and got a good drive out. That's the main thing. Because if you get a bad drive off, you lose so much time throughout. So Rouge. It's Radion actually. Funny haha WTF1 joke there for you.
Oh, that one is quite
Down
funny.
the Camel Straight into Lake Calm. Could he use a bit more of the curb on the left? Oh, Colin is retired, oh no.
And he actually lost it in Radian.
Oof. Down to, I can't remember what they call it now. I think it's Bruxelles. I always called it Ravage. This is no name. Some people call it England.
Yeah, it's also up. Wait, what's happening in Radian? There's multiple cars that were around there. There's a Ferrari. Is that
It's not
drag?
that hard a corner.
Oh, it's Ocean
Yep.
Chief? No. Who was that? Someone was around there anyways. Yeah, also Camo straight. It's not down Camo straight. It's theoretically up since it's a pretty steep incline as well, so... Incline?
Yeah.
Is that a word? I don't know.
I guess.
Let's pretend it is. As Trevor is on an invalidated lap here, so... I was asking Pixel before the session started if he knows any corner names. Because I don't, and then I came out with the fact that I actually apparently do know some. Then again, as famous as the spot corners are, it'd be weird to not know some. Like 130 or whatever, Blanchimont, I mean.
130R?
It's the same corner, really.
Not really, mate. Let's be honest.
Where is Owen?
Zach a 149. Probably a little bit off the pace.
Owen did an invalid
and
lap.
Sonny, yeah, Sonny a 42.3. Hammer with a 44 on medium, so that's a decent effort.
Yeah, that's really good. Danny's also on mediums, going through Puan now. So let's see where this is going to put him. Kimmy also driving on a pad today.
Yeah, he asked us specifically to mention that so that people understand if he does badly today. Now, in the context of the season he's had, I'm not sure what he means by badly.
I think it could only go up from where he is. And then again,
Nothing can go wrong.
he said he's driving on an Xbox 360 pad, and from what I've heard, that's one of the better pads to drive on.
If you're gonna drive on a pad, yeah, it has to be a 360 pad.
As Danny is finishing up his lap here. The line's quite close through bus stop.
Yeah,
43.8.
pretty neat and tidy.
On mediums,
Good time.
43.8. Yeah, very good time.
Yep, very good time, yeah.
Also, I think the gaps on this track are going to be... They're not going to be as tight as, for example, Austria. Mostly because the track is just so long. So a margin of like 3/10, for example, would be really massive on Austria. But on Spa, is 3/10 is basically nothing, really.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
plus reverse starting.
Dragon's on a lap on the mediums. Pushing on pretty hard. Looks pretty neat and tidy. Dragon is a decently quick driver. I'm not sure, but I think he doesn't use assists. I seem to recall he drove in SLRT1. That's it's good to see. Some of the no assist boys coming in.
Yeah, and he's going through bus stop now. Bus stop is again one of those corners where easy to lock up and go deep, and it's so easy to lose traction. I mean, I wouldn't exactly know how it is in F1 2020 as he puts a 42.9 on mediums in.
Yeah, that's a really good lap.
That's a blistering fast lap. Wow, I'm using some expensive words tonight. Flush River also through sector 2 here. Yeah.
Doesn't really look to be pushing it that hard, to be honest.
In comparison to last year, though, for example, Puan last year, you really had to be scared through that corner to not lose your car. This year is just an easy left-hander.
Yeah.
The car is just having
Easy.
so much downforce. There's quite a few people yet to settle up, so what I'm thinking is either they just instantly went to the pits or either invalidated. Then again, where can you actually invalidate on this track? Guessing end of sector 2 if you run wide?
Yeah, well, over the top of Radion, it's easy to do it because you can't really see where the curb comes in on the left until late enough in the corner. So if you cut over that invalidates. If you take too much curb through Le Calme, that's an invalidation. Puan, if you go wide enough or you get the line wrong, that's an invalidation again. So there are definitely a couple of spots where you can do it. No name as well, if you go quite wide on that, you get an invalidation.
Zach B retires on through Radian, so if I go on board with Kimmy, we should... Yeah, he lost it, I think, up on Radian. Again, easy to lose, especially on high fuel. I think lap 1 could result in a massive crash if they don't play it safe, I think. As Kimi just...
Well, to be honest, I've never really found Randy Allen that bad. Not on this game, anyway. 2018 was a whole different story with the ballast. That was, Oh, Owen! Absolutely losing it in P1 on his lap. So that's a lap over.
I'm on board here with Neon Race, who's starting his lap. Neon Race, one of the contenders for the championship as well, I'd say. He is quite a fair bit behind Owen, I think around 40 or 50 points. But in the last few races, he's been... he took P2 in the championship, and he's been pulling onto Owen. And the only thing he really needs to work on is his consistency. Really.
Yeah, I was just about to say that he would definitely be a lot closer to Owen if he had more consistency in his pace. As we've said it a couple of times now, the Williams team seems to have this cycle of a good race followed by a really bad race followed by a really good race.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Neon in one of his best performances. Oh, he invalidates on purpose, actually.
I think that was on purpose, yeah.
It was.
He must be planning to do a medium run at some point.
Yeah, probably. Which makes me think there might be rain in the race. Or, I don't know. Or he just wants the soft tire for the end. I don't know the forecast, but... yeah, I was gonna say Neon Race, one of his best performances so far, I think, was probably China, Tier 3. Where he started around last place and I think got a podium out of it. So that was a really good performance, and then we can just look at France, which was just a couple weeks ago, which was really a race to forget for him.
Yeah. There's also, I can't remember, was it Canada recently where he just flat dominated in the... No, sorry, it was Silverstone. It's completely dominated in the wet.
Yeah, it was Silverstone.
Wasn't even close.
Peyton on a lap here, on the softs. Didn't invalidate, so this will be a lap he's gonna put in. Going through Blanchimont here in a moment. Actually didn't stutter this time and call it 130R, so that's a definite plus.
Yeah. Good luck breaking into the bus stop. After the 100, that's what you want.
So Dragon says it's a dry race, so yeah. I guess a medium to soft is definitely gonna be faster towards the end. And
it is a place where you can overtake as well, which is good.
As Dragon is going out on softs, but keep in mind his time is set on mediums, and at 42.9 is definitely gonna put him at least in top 8, I'd say.
Oh, surely. But let's see what he can do on softs. Probably a 41 if he can do a 42.9 on mediums early in the session.
Oh, he's actually starting his lap here, so might as well go on board with him. If that pace on mediums was that fast, I think the soft lap is definitely going to be a challenger for pole position.
Yeah, for sure. And again, no assist squad.
No
Getting
assist
some
gang.
representation.
Also, one person we haven't mentioned is Turkey, who is... it's my first
Making
time
his
seeing him
return.
in action, but yeah, making his return in P6.
Yeah, I don't think he's really driven this season. Certainly not that I can remember. He was in Tier 2 last season, alright.
Yeah, I don't remember him in a single race in Tier 3. I might have missed one race or two as commentator, but I don't think he raced in those races. As let's see Dragon's time here, going through Sector 2. He's 3
Oh, and
tenths.
that's an invalidation.
So.
Yeah, he had actually had a bit of a scrappy middle sector, to be honest. Especially coming out of Ravage, he got up on the curb and lost time.
But even with that improvement, it would have still put him at least in P3, and I think he'd gain a lot more time in Sector 3, especially through bus stop on those soft tires.
Yeah, so back into the pits. Probably gonna try again. He has the time to do it.
Let's see Owen here, current championship leader, going through slow right-hander. Quite an easy corner to lock up if you're not using ABS, mostly because of it being downhill.
Yeah, especially with the downhill, yeah. Pretty neat and tidy through that section. Yeah,
Ooh, his
there's
car's
something
stepping out
wrong
a
with his
bit.
setup, I
Yeah,
think.
his car's
Because
stepping out
that's
quite a
not
lot.
the yeah, that's not the first time he's lost it in Pool 1, so hopefully his car is a bit more stable on higher fuel loads. 'Cause, you really don't want to have to catch that for 22 laps every lap.
It's just bound to go wrong eventually. As a
Yeah,
hello Tilde in chat.
it will certainly cost you time and tire wear anyway. So let's see what the lap will be in spite of that moment. Surely that lost him a couple of tenths though.
So I mean, if we just look at the track real fast, what would be proper overtaking zones? We got La Source or turn 1, which is
Yeah,
which is
probably not the best overtaking spot when you have 42.6 for one despite that error, so it could have potentially challenged for pole without that. Yeah, the source is an option, but generally you're better off to stay behind, get the run up the hill,
because
and
really
get the
from La
DRS
Source is just
into the
a
com.
it's a flat out to Le Com, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's better off to be the car behind in the source, get a good drive, get the slipstream, get the DRS.
So on board with Flush
here's-
River, he's going through this long right-hander or downhill right-hander, which I said it's easy to lock up. And I think this is also one of the spots you can really pull an overtake as well if you get a good run.
You
from
have
Le
to
Com.
be very close in order to do it, but yeah, it is possible.
Especially if you play on someone maybe locking up if they don't use ABS or if they just go deep into that corner, which is fairly easy to do. You
Yeah.
can just send one down the inside and really get
Yeah,
past.
this chicane here, if you get a good run off Puan, there is an opportunity there. Not really through Stavlo because it's such a short run out to the Fania chicane.
Bus stop as well at the end of
Bus
the lap.
stop is a very good option, yeah.
But then again, going overtaking someone in bus stop, you're really taking a risk then of just being overtaken back on Camel Straight. Since
Yeah,
again,
especially because there's a DRS on the start-finish straight as well. Now, it's not very long, so it's not super effective, but it is there.
oh,
and
as Flesh
Flesh River
River loses his rear and
losing it massively.
yeah, that would have
Yeah, that's
definitely
cost
been
him
an
a lot of time.
improvement, and I think that's his qualifying over. So he's gonna start outside the top 10. Trevor not on a lap as Owen is just made his way back to the pits. So Owen's
Yeah. I think that's it for Owen. He won't have time to go out and do another lap, so
So people that are
unfortunately P2.
people that are out on laps or out laps, waiting to put one in, is Dragon, who's actually about to start his lap, and Sonny as well, who's currently in provisional pole. And I'd say one of those two, and possibly Danny as well, would be contenders for pole, even though Danny's time was on soft, the 42.9.
Yeah, that's possible. I
Ocean
wouldn't
Chief
count out
also not one
Bournemouth
to
either,
forget.
or Chief, yeah.
Really wouldn't count anyone out except for the people that finish their laps. Trevor also in his debut put a P6 with a 42.9, which is a good lap as well. So
Yeah, I think really anyone in the 42s here has an opportunity with some improvement to try and challenge for that pole.
yeah, as we said, the gaps might look big, but
Yeah, it's not-
it's not that much really.
Yeah, certainly not at Spa anyway. Dragon's about a 10th and a half up. Snags a break, but manages to carry through to the apex, so that won't have cost him. Much better run through Ravage this time.
Through on he goes. Doesn't
Yeah.
have any issues, unlike
Clean.
Owen did. But
Yeah, I
Owen
have
on
to
an
think
out
there's
lap?
something in Owen's setup.
Owen went out again, so
Yeah, we must have the spectator time.
yeah.
glitch
But
then.
even that, it's I think 40 seconds at most. I don't know if he's gonna be able to get to the line in time.
Well, we'll find out soon
Oh, as
enough.
Dragon is 666.
Yeah.
Up on his time. So that's a
Yeah, that was
pretty
a
big
really good
improvement, yeah.
run through middle sector.
So if he keeps sector 3 clean here, he's definitely gonna take pole away, as Hammer actually puts it on provisional pole for now. But I think Dragon might just beat this in a second or two, as he comes out of bus stop with DRS open. He's gonna cross the line with a 42.1. So really good lap from Dragon. Puts it on pole. Sonny behind, a 1/10 improvement from him as well, almost 2. Coming through, what are those two corners called? Those two right-handers?
Stavlo and Paul Frere.
I'm just gonna say Stavelo. Was Peyton's AI almost Olex Sani there?
Well, Stavelo actually used to be called. Well, I mean, Paul Frere used to be called Stavelo too, but they called it Paul Frere because of the church there, just to differentiate things a bit more.
It's
The more
yeah,
you know.
Owen didn't get to set a lap time in, so Sani puts it P2, so Dragon takes away pole. Looking back, Born Wolf maybe on a lap, 3/10 up, so he's gonna improve as well.
Yeah,
wait.
3/10 though won't quite be enough, but maybe he can improve a little bit.
There's that corner as well in Monaco. Is it Beau Rivage, I think? The low one and the high one. I think yeah, Born Wolf goes third with the 42.3.
Yeah, good effort. Chief was on a lap, or rather an in-lap, sorry. So unless Fusions has something to say,
And he goes P6.
yeah, good effort.
Yeah, definitely. Trevor
So that's
in
the grid.
P10. I don't think that P10 will be the best spot. Danny is certainly in a good position. So is Neon Race on those mediums in P9. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I think Neon Race and Danny in really good positions. And if Dragon can keep up this pace for the race, he's definitely in a good position. And now the one person I think we should keep an eye out for is definitely Owen, since he has been struggling through qualifying. So if that struggle continues through the race, he's gonna have a really tough time.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if those issues he had in P1 translate to the race itself. Considering the issues he had to qualify so close to the pole is a decent effort, only half a second. Like, I have to believe that mistake cost him at least 2 or 3/10.
If not even more.
So
since Puan is
so
really,
on corrected time, if he didn't have that mistake, he could be, P2, P3. But yeah, we'll find out very soon.
yeah, so again, great effort from Dragon and Sani, both really close to each other up there. P1 and P2 on the front row, Ferrari, Red Bull. Mercedes nowhere to be seen except for P5 and P12. Bornwolf also putting it in P3, so
Yeah, good effort from him. He's really improved a lot from the start of the season, I have to say.
you can really see.
At the very beginning of the season, he wasn't really anywhere, in fairness, pace-wise, but he's really found his rhythm on this game.
Yeah, especially when you come from ACC, F1 is such a different game. It takes a while to adapt, and I think he adapted quickly.
As in not even slightly realistic.
There are some realistic things, okay.
Yeah, I'm joking. There is
like the
definitely
in
an
the
approximation of handling. It's not entirely realistic, but it's not a million miles away either. There's just some bizarre kind of traits that you have to learn.
All in chat clarifying that Kimmy's on a pad. Yes, we know it's a tragic day. Then again, the pad in this game is not bad in any way. It's on some tracks it's really even more competitive than the wheel. So
yeah, it really just depends.
So we go for our formation lap, which is gonna take a while. So around what, 1 minute, 2 minutes? Yeah, I'd say it's 2 minutes or so for a formation lap.
It's gonna be 2 minutes something, most likely. It is quite a long formation lap.
Yeah, so everyone's gonna be weaving those cars across the straights, getting tires and temperatures in the tires.
Yeah, there's definitely enough time to get the tires up to temp anyway.
But then again, I said it before, and again, I wouldn't be surprised if there's something happening up Rouge Radian on lap 1 that could potentially cause a safety car or VSC.
Potentially, yeah. I do recall last season in Tier 2 when I was driving.
You drove Tier 2 last. I remember.
I drove Tier 2 last season. Yeah.
Last season, Tier 2 in Spa was my first and only podium in 2 SRL F1 League races.
Fog.
And even that was accidental.
Yeah. So I was going into Eau Rouge, and Joel was kind of close to other cars. He was ahead of me, and he just backed out into a route. I had to swerve to avoid him, go around his outside into Radion. I was completely offline and off the camera of the corner, so I spun into the wall.
Ah,
So it was quite sad.
yeah, my
But
podium.
the point is, it is a bit of a bottleneck area, and with the change in elevation and camber and all that, you can be caught out. So that could potentially be an area of concern.
Yeah, last season I got quite lucky with my P3 really. I was behind Justin and I don't remember who the other person was, but they were fighting and they both had penalties. So all I really had to do was just stick behind them, which I did. So I just went up. I said, nope, that's my P3 this time. Princess I was quite excited after. So, anyways, the drivers are lining up on the grid here with Dragon on pole, and Dragon actually has the inside. So you have the inside line on Spa for pole.
Yeah, to protect the inside because it is a good diving opportunity if you want to risk it into turn 1.
On most of the tracks, you have the outside though.
Yeah.
Interesting. So we got 5 red lights going on here. For tier 3 in Spa, as the lights are gonna go off. I wonder if Cody's fixed it. No, they didn't. So the lights go up for us, and the race is about to start now. Any moment. Let's say now, give or take. As here we go. Off the line, in the back already, some people moving out. I think that's a Williams that got a fairly decent start. And in turn 1, Sonny around the outside, going side by side with a Dragon.
Yeah,
I think
gets it done.
he gets it done, yeah, so that's a really nice move from Sonny. Good start from him. Bornwolf keeping P3 in the back, side by side. Fusions and Owen going side by side through a Rouge Radion, and they make contact, and Owen's around. So Owen goes around there, dropping positions.
I think he backed it into the wall rear end first, so I don't think he has damage, but he won't be happy about that.
Trevor with a really good start as well, goes up from P10 up to P7.
Bornwolf on Dragon, both side by side through the comp, and Bornwolf gets it. That was nice driving between the two.
Yeah. Both, I think, are experienced racers, so I wouldn't really expect anything less from them too. As in the back, I think we see Trevor and Hammer really close, or that was just my Delta. And no threats of Flush River changing positions as well. As Owen is really far away back.
Yeah. Danny's made an absolute rocket of a start. Starting P11, he's now up to P8.
So did Trevor, starting P10 is up to P7. So Neon Ray's really lost quite a bit there, starting P8, I think he did. So
yeah, but good forward progress by Danny and Trevor. And importantly for Danny, he's on the counter strategy, so to be so far up at this point.
Oh, yellow flag, and that's Colin who's around.
Yeah, Colin.
And there's Zach B, who I think desynced behind, so or had contact as well. As there's
no threats has had an issue. Yeah, he's at the wall somewhere. He's lots of front wing damage, and his tires were kind of dirty.
Yeah, I saw a front wing there at the end of Stavolo 2 or whatever the corner name is. So I'm thinking that was his front wing, since Owen did drive over it. Owen seems to have no damage, but it is in a really bad position, as I think in front we might be seeing Fubar going for a move onto Neon Rays, which he does through La Source. So he gets the position, and still 1 lap until DRS gets activated, and DRS is going to play a massive role on the first part of the track.
Sonny's very nearly broken DRS already. And he's got a pretty quick car in the straight line
Yellow
as well.
flag in the back, and that's Peyton who's around, up Radian. So see him, he also picked up damage, so he needs to go to the pits, and he gets disqualified.
Oh, disqualified
for a funny
Codemasters. That's a bit
thing.
ridiculous.
Yeah, he's not gonna be happy about that one. I don't think anyone would be in that situation.
No, definitely not.
So Owen really gaining 4 positions from that spin already, just from other people really having accidents.
Yeah, Spire usually does tend to be a case of attrition. So if you can just keep it on the island, you'll surely get a half-decent result.
As Hammer is really close to Turkey as well. On the back of him, another yellow flag. Kimi retires, and that's a safety car. Kimi went on in Puan. Or after Puan, I think. What?
Yeah, so this is a perfect scenario for Owen, given the damage he picked up. Well, not he didn't actually pick up damage. Sorry, just the huge amounts of time he lost with the spin brings him back into contention. So
What happened to Kimmy? Because his car's not there anymore. I think he just went wide in Puan, but his car was so far down the track, it was almost by the chicane. So as Bornwolf going into the pits, and I think quite a few cars behind are going in. Neonray is gonna stay out definitely here. All these cars, I would think they were gonna go mediums. Since last year, I feel like you could do mediums from this point onwards to the end.
well, Bornwolf was going to hards. Dragon on mediums, so I think it's possible to do mediums from here, judging by the last game anyway. That was the winning strategy with an early safety car in Tier 2 last season.
Yeah.
So it should be possible from this point.
So people staying out, Danny and Neon Rays are gonna be in pretty good spots right here on those medium tires. If they're gonna make a gap onto soft people, onto the soft runners eventually in the race, they're gonna pit for softs later on. But
well, to be honest, this is kind of the worst thing that could happen for Danny and Neon Rays so far up on the mediums, because there's been a couple of other people to do their pit stops. And
oh
they
yeah,
can
Dragon's
go to the
actually
end.
so close behind as well. Never mind. Yeah, my bad. I thought Dragon would come out a bit behind, but I didn't notice that really everyone behind already pit. All one went to mediums. There's quite a few hard runners there as well.
Yeah, there's 6 people who have taken their pit stops to go to the end already. So Danny and Neon Rays are going to be at a deficit to them. As are the rest of the soft runners actually, so I think certainly Bornwolf in a good position, but Dragon on those mediums, if he can make them go to the end, in a very good position. Owen making the same choice, so that might recover what he lost.
The safety car
On
might
lap
come in
one.
this lap as well.
Well, usually tends to be 2 or 3 laps anyway. Like, the field is bunched up enough for it, but I'm not sure.
Dragon picks up a 5-second penalty for a severe collision.
Yeah, a severe collision with Zach B. But he's ahead of Zach B, so probably more a case of Zach colliding with him.
Yeah. I think if he doesn't pit, if it has footage, it might get removed at the end. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, he can report it if he doesn't pit again, and we can review the footage and see is the penalty legit or not.
Most of the collisions on their safety car are really just...
Like, it usually tends to be the car behind not really paying
Yeah.
quite enough attention and just nosing in.
Wait, Colin and Zach B both going into the pits here, so they're gonna lose out quite a lot. I mean, they're gonna lose 5 places or so. But that means Zach, if he got a penalty, is going to serve it now. So let's see if he got a penalty. He's coming in, and yeah, they're waiting. So yeah, he's serving a 5-second penalty.
Not ideal, to be honest.
Yeah, once the safety car restarts, I think there's a lesser chance for accidents here. I mean, really, it's turn 1, and then it's just flat out again for the whole of Sector 1.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so hard to say how this is going to shake up, because there was those 6 people to, well, I'd say it now, those 8 people to box to go to the end. So, there's still plenty of people who need to stop, so it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top.
I think Dragon is in a really good position right here on those medium tires. They're definitely off a lot faster than the hards, I would say.
Yeah, surely.
And if he can take them to the end, especially the safety car is going to stay out. This lap maybe comes in. If it stays out one more lap, I'd say Dragon is a clear contender for the race win with no issues, to be honest. Since those hards, if Bornwolf doesn't do a perfect job right now, and they're not going to be up to temperature by the end of the safety car, he's just going to drop like a stone at the restart.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, safety car in this up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for a second restart. F1, add red flags, come on.
How about no?
So either Mugello or red flags. Or both.
So Sonny backing up the pack. He's got a decent gap, so we can pretty much go from now.
He really needs to catch them off guard here, since the most common spot to go is somewhere through bus stop, so he's just weaving, and he needs to catch them off guard, yeah. As I think he goes here, yeah.
No, he doesn't. I don't really know what he's doing.
I think he wanted to go, but he made a mistake, and he goes on the line, so he got a really good restart there. I think since Turkey had to back off, and the line is fairly close as well. So in the back, Fubar and Neon Rays getting really close to the back of Fubar here. Dragon already got past Bornwolf, and behind Bornwolf we've got Fusions, who is on soft tires. Then he picks up a 3-second time penalty, and Fusions and Bornwolf, Fusions with overtake on the Camel Straight on the outside for the upcoming corner on those softs, overtaking all the way past, and I think gets the job done before the actual corner itself. So those soft tires is being faster at this point in the race.
Yeah, easy move in the end.
Flash River and Shaka fighting, going side by side through Lecom, and Owen is
Yeah,
in the mix as well.
Yeah, I'm going to capitalize on this.
Yellow flag in the back, that's Zach B who spun around.
No, he won't.
And Owen looking on the inside of Flash River. And,
yeah, Flash River had run a bit wide there and opened the door to Owen.
Yeah, so
Owen's through.
Owen sees the opportunity and takes it. I think for the recovery drive, he is going to need to do a lot more moves like that to make it work.
Yeah, but in all that battling, he's lost nearly 3 seconds to the next car in front. Gap is 2.6.
Yeah. And again, the two cars in front are both. Oh, is there someone going around? That's No Threats, I think, who lost it through that second chicane. And
did his best Antonio Giovinazzi cosplay.
Luckily, there was no George Russell cosplay as well.
Hammer is really close on the back of Turkey.
Yeah.
And Danny close behind him.
Yeah, so No Threats didn't pick up any damage, but I think he's around again now.
Yeah. He's probably just cooked his tires.
So we got Hammer, we got Danny, and Turkey, who are close to each other, and Ocean Chief, who is also there in the mix. And DRS is not open yet. I think it's going to open next lap.
Yeah, should do. Sonny's already gone.
Yeah, Sonny's just
1.4 seconds.
But he needs to. He needs to push super hard on those soft tires now if he wants to stand a chance. It's Fubar and Neon Rays going side by side, and Neon Rays gets the position onto Fubar. Good racing, and Dragon.
And Dragon around the outside.
Dragon around the outside, still staying there. Fubar keeping his nose on the inside. So Fubar goes for a move on the inside, fighting back, and Dragon fighting back as well. And there's Fusions as well in the mix. Dragon Rays stays behind. Actually loses a position to Fusions, who is looking for a move here as well. That's some really good racing going on right now.
Yeah, it was quite a lunge from Fubar into Ravage, and kind of blocked off Dragon, gave Fusions the opportunity to slip on through.
Triton's asking which Giovinazzi 19 or 20 we're talking about. The 20, as there's a car around, and that's
20,
No Threats for tires in Radion, and I'm thinking that's a full-on crash. And this might bring out something.
It doesn't appear to be.
Fubar and Fusions looking for a move into bus stop, braking late, and gets the job done. So that's a nice overtake from Fusions.
Yeah, nicely done.
Sonny fastest lap, 1.5 seconds clear as the DRS is enabled this lap. So I think now we're gonna see really Dragon brawling for position here, and should be relatively easy as Owen gets past Trevor here, up to P11. Next car in front is Bornwolf, who's 1.2 seconds ahead. So those 3 seconds he was behind, he really pulled them back quite fast.
Yeah, they disappeared rather quickly.
So DRS, Fubar on the back of Fusions, might be going for a move with DRS. Is he gonna go outside? Yes, he is. Going on the outside of Lecom. Yeah, if you keep the inside, ooh, they make a bit of wheel bumping there, still keeping it there. Stays behind, another yellow flag on track, as I think someone spun around right there. Or, yeah, that's, I think, yeah, Turkey's around.
Yeah, Turkey's around. And
Dragon's going on the outside. Dragon's on the outside of Fubar, and now on the inside for No Name, and still side by side, and Dragon gets past before Puan. But Fubar, I think, still has some fighting him. Owen picks up the second time penalty, but no, Dragon stays in front for Puan. Some incredible racing from these guys right now.
Yeah, really fun little battle between the two.
Actually, between the three, Fusions was there as well, but
I mean, yeah.
that battle gave Fusions some breathing room right now, but Dragon's going to be on his back quite fast. But all this battling is really impeding Dragon, since he should be clearing these guys easily.
And
but
it plays into Bornwolf quite well.
yeah, it
So
definitely
it's
does.
eliminating the early stint pace advantage Dragon should have.
Yellow
Bornwolf
flag
isn't
in
really
the back.
impeded in the
That's
pace.
Zach B, who is around
Zach
in
B,
Puan.
yeah.
Sonny pitting and Ocean Chief pitting. This promotes Hammer into the lead right now. Danny right behind him, Neon Rays behind him as well. Danny and Neon Rays on started on mediums. Everyone else behind them pit except for Fubar, who's still in softs, P6.
Yeah, and Owen already on the back of Bornwolf now. Owen turn is on the back of Fubar. Fubar is struggling for pace on the softs. They're past their best.
Keep in mind though, Owen already picked up a 3-second time penalty, which I think is going to have an effect towards the end of the race, as Bornwolf is pulling a move onto Fubar, and Fubar doesn't have DRS, so he can't fight that one.
Yeah, pretty easy move in the end.
So I would think those soft tires are dying out at this stage, in that case,
Yeah, you would have to think so.
as the Turkey's pitting for mediums as well. After his spin, that's to be expected, and I think is that Colin and Ocean Chief who are fighting, and Ocean Chief gets in front, or rather stays in front. I don't remember how it was, as Owen went past Fubar as well. Didn't see what happened there, but Owen up to P7 on those mediums, which he's going to the end with.
And Trevor's picked up some front wing damage somewhere. Very slow through Puan. Quite a bit of wing damage actually. I'm not sure.
Sonny
Must have
getting
clouted
punched
the
from
wall
the
pretty
back.
hard in No Name.
Turkey and Zagby going side by side into is that Rivage? No, wait, what is that corner?
It used to be called Rivage. It's called Bruxelles now.
Versailles, yeah.
Yeah.
Rivage is in Monaco. Owen also in the back of Bornwolf. Might send a move into bus stop. Bornwolf taking the inside. Owen switching back, going in a bit deep. No, gets the position. He might get a better run here, but Bornwolf will now be behind him. Owen has DRS. Fubar doesn't have DRS behind him. Owen needs to pull away now, but Bornwolf with that DRS is going to stick to him. Bornwolf also on the slower tire. So.
Yeah, and Owen runs a bit deep into the corner.
And Bornwolf
Not
goes
sure what
past
happened
him
there.
again. Maybe he just wanted DRS. Owen did.
Yeah, maybe playing some games.
Yellow
that's
flag.
I can
That's
figure.
Zagby, who is around again. So Owen, ERS, DRS, popping everything open. Bornwolf
Yeah,
taking
but
the
I think
inside.
Owen might have played himself here because he's too far back.
I think he just genuinely went a bit deep, and that was maybe a bit too much track as well. So it
As
might have been a
Dragon
warning.
was
That's
around,
there's a.
What happened there?
I think Fusions and Dragons had a collision, as they both were around. So this is really bad for Dragon and really good for Sonny, as it's not Jaro NL joins. Hello. Hello. I wonder if that caused any lag for anyone. Owen though in a really good position here, right? P4, as I had a minor freeze.
Yeah, and Danny and Neon need to pit as well. So this is currently P2 on track. So Bornwolf the effective leader at the moment. But Owen has something to say about that, most likely.
Keep in mind, Owen does have a 3-second time penalty though. And
Yeah.
I feel like towards the end of the race, the hards are definitely going to be faster. Or at least more efficient.
Yeah, should be.
You can really see the pace difference, as is Owen going to try to send it again on the inside. Bornwolf keeping it this time around, defending the inside. Is Owen looking for a move, trying to switch back. Fuber 3-second time penalty, and Bornwolf stays in front this time. But I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it after Camel Straight this lap with no DRS. Or with Owen not going deep as well in turn 1. So it's a much better run. Owen should be able to make it as Ocean Shift currently picks up the fastest lap. As we're almost halfway through the race already. And this race has gone past quite fast already. There's been so much stuff going on.
It has, yeah. Lots of action, and yeah, this is easy for Owen.
Yeah, pulls on the inside and breezes past.
And with the superior tires, he should be able to stretch a bit of a gap into Sector 2. Sonny's gotten Flesh River, and now looking to dispatch of Dragon.
Oh, I'm on board with the wrong car. So Dragon, who had that spin, is definitely not beneficial for his tires. That's 100% certainty. And he's definitely going to be gaining here as Danny's still in the lead of the race. Owen 7.7 seconds off Neon Race. Danny and Neon Race both in front.
Fusions is attacking Bornwolf now. And Fubar still trundling around on his 9-lap old soft. I'm not entirely sure why he's still running.
This might... there's someone
Flesh River is at an incident.
Ooh. I think that's a straight up crash.
He's gone off,
and that's VSC. Oh, and this might be really good for Fusions here, depending how long the VSC stays out for.
Yeah, that was
and Danny and
another
Danny and Neon Race can't pit. It's too early.
No, they've missed the exit, or the pit entry.
No, they were there. I think when VSC came out, but I think it's too early, and we got Fusions and Fubar both pitting. It played into their hands perfectly. If the VSC came out maybe a lap later as VSC is off and we go back racing, Owen is P3 right now, really net P1. Bornwolf right behind him, and there's a 2.3 second gap behind Bornwolf. Like, pressure from Fubar is gone, but Neon Ray is going for a move onto Danny here, and with DRS making it look easy, and really it was easy for him.
Yeah. Yeah, not a particularly hard move in the end.
And we also have Ocean Chief, Hammer, and Shaka fighting. Hammer pulling on the inside past Shaka, so does Ocean Chief. And both of them get past Shaka, so Shaka losing 2 places on that Camel Straight on hard tires.
Fubar on Fusions. Pretty easy move in the end with the new tires. Didn't really hang around. Although Fusions on new tires as well, so that was just a straight fight.
Yeah, with DRS as well. Both of them pit, keep in mind, both of them came in the pit simultaneously as well this lap, so. The fight before the pits, Fusions lost the position to it, so. That's just what DRS does. It shows you what DRS can do.
So, interesting to note, the gap between Neon Rays and Owen is 8 seconds. And Owen is catching his teammate, but doesn't really look to be catching Neon Rays. So that's something interesting to note, because there's not really much of a difference in the age of the tires and the condition of the tires. Neon Rays only really did 2 green laps more than Owen. So it's going to be interesting to see what that gap will be after the pits and how much faster Neon Rays will be, whether he can catch Owen or not.
Yeah, also the fact Neon Rays is going to be on softs at the end as Dragon and Sonny fighting. Sonny goes a bit deep into turn 1, so not Sonny, Dragon goes deep into turn 1. Sonny gets the position, but Dragon's going to have DRS this time around. Down Camel Straight, or up Camel Straight. So I think Dragon's going to pull past Sonny here, as with Slipstream, with DRS, Sonny on the inside, Dragon pulls on the outside of Sonny, going side by side, down Camel Straight, and I think Dragon should get the move done here. And Sonny's still hanging on the inside, but Dragon gets past. Good fighting from them too as well. Not
a particularly hard move in the end. The DRS was quite powerful there.
Zoan gained some time that lap onto Neon Rays. 10-2. Fusions and Fubar fighting again, switching places down Camel Straight, which seems to be part of the norm now every lap. They just basically need to pull each other. No point fighting really. They need to gain as much time as they can to the car in front. They're definitely going to catch on to the back of Colin and Shaka relatively soon in a lap or 2, so that's going to be a position for them. And I think Sonny, Dragon, Bornwolf, all really just need to stick close to Owen. Owen has that 3-second time penalty. But the thing is, once Neon Race comes out, he's gonna be right in the mix there as well as Owen 5.8 seconds behind. That's if I look at the gap to the leader. Yellow flag
behind Owen.
Yellow flag, and that's Zach, who's around in Radian. There's been quite a few spins in Radian this race. 7.3 seconds to Neon Rays is Owen.
Yeah, and now Dragon on the back of Bornwolf is gonna have a run up the hill and presumably gonna take the position from him.
Yeah, Bornwolf with no DRS this time around as well.
What can Sonny also get Bornwolf?
I feel like they both
That's
could
what
really.
I'm
Sonny's
curious.
even on fresher tires than both of them, and on faster tires than Bornwolf.
Yeah,
So
but he has
Dragon
no
goes
battery.
fast, and yeah, no battery though. You're right. They're actually still side by side, Dragon and Sonny. Colin picks up 3-second time penalty while this fight's going on. Dragon clears Bornwolf, and Sonny's looking, and he might be going for a move into Brussels here.
Not too far back.
Yeah, too far back. Getting really close to the back of Bornwolf, almost pushing him once or twice to that corner. Danny, 3-second time penalty for him as well. As
Yeah, I think if Sonny had a bit more battery on Camel Straight, he might have been able to get Bornwolf there and then.
Danny's really struggling though on those tires. He's already lost 2 seconds to Neon Rays that lap, and also picked up 3-second time penalty as Sonny's looking on the outside of Bornwolf here for that second chicane, which I magically do not know the name of, and into Stavlo.
It's Fania.
Fania, yeah.
Yeah.
Funny Polish.
Yeah, so Dragon has just cleared Bornwolf altogether. The gap is over a second now. So Sonny has lost out massively,
And
not being
Danny's
able to get that move done. Yeah, Danny in the pits.
Danny in the pits, and he's gonna come out quite a way back. Might even come out behind Shaka. Yeah, I think he will. I think he will come out behind Shaka. Maybe. Fitting, changing tires, and waiting. Oh, never mind. But yellow flag in sector 1, and was that Shaka who went wide? Or I don't know what that yellow flag was, but
Let's see, not sure.
Sonny though on the back of Bornwolf this time around. Bornwolf again, no DRS, and Sonny goes on the inside of Bornwolf and rides the curb and gets it done. So
Yeah.
pretty clean overtake. As you said, one of the better overtaking spots on Spa, especially since after that to the start finish rate there is no DRS and you're just stuck behind in dirty air. So
Yeah, it's a good spot to do it from a strategic point of view.
So let's see what Danny can do here on softs. He's behind Chaka and he needs to make up a lot of ground now with a 3-second penalty as well. So if we look at how much time he actually lost, so gap to leader, 21 seconds to Neon Rays. He was 4 seconds behind before us, so pit lane is what, around 17 seconds?
Yeah, give or take.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable enough. So once Neon Rays pits, he's gonna be around 9 seconds behind Owen. And that's really gonna put him in the mix between Sonny, Bornwolf, and Dragon. I think he's gonna come out right behind Sonny.
It's gonna be quite rapid versus the old enough medium tires, which have done more or less a half race distance at this point.
Yeah, and I think he's just trying to extend his gap as long as it goes.
Danny
Danny's going
with
for a
really
massive
late
dive bomb.
That was... Yeah, if Shaka wasn't a bit more compliant there, that would vent it in tears. Yeah, Danny not hanging around anyway.
That was a really ballsy move, but it did pay
yeah,
off.
that was massive.
My heart stopped there for a moment. I was like, okay, that's Shaka's race over. That's both of their races over. I didn't see a world where that would have ended up well, and it did. I mean, massive props to Shaka as well for acknowledging or anticipating really that would happen, because you can't really... There was no signs that it's gonna happen, as Fusions is on the back of Colin here with DRS, so Fusion's gonna get past Colin.
Yeah, I think Danny was just trying to break late there and then saw a gap last moment and decided he would take it while it was there. I don't think that was a legitimate attempt at an overtake.
I think the worst thing is not being confident in the move, because that just it's not bound to go good. So
Yeah, definitely. Hammer has caught Bornwolf now, so Bornwolf about to be someone else's victim now.
yeah,
By the looks of things. Yeah, the hard tire hasn't really worked out in his favor. Wrong call, really.
yeah, definitely the wrong call. I think all the hard runners are struggling. Shaka,
Yeah,
Bornwolf,
Neon Rays pits.
Neon Race pits. Okay, let's see where he comes out. My bet is he's gonna come out right where Sonny is. I was incorrect. He's gonna come out quite a way back.
Yeah, it's gonna come out somewhere near where Danny did.
Wait, whoa.
Because Danny has had it.
Yeah, wait, I am.
on it now.
I was a bit. For some reason, I thought if it's 9 seconds, and Owen is behind. Yeah, I was thinking
he's
about a
11
9
seconds
second
behind
gap.
the
I
leader.
was thinking about a 9 second gap to Owen. Yeah, but I remember Owen was 8 seconds behind, and Sonny was 9 seconds behind Neon Race. I was like, oh yeah, he's just gonna come out there.
Yeah. Yeah, the gap is 11 seconds, but he's got what's that, 7 laps to do it on much fresher, faster, softer tires.
Turkey picks up a 3-second time penalty as well. Also, the whole group though in front of him is really close to each other, and if they're all gonna have DRS, he's gonna have a bit of a struggle, I'd say, to get past them, especially in La Com. So he's gonna need to look for a move elsewhere, and he's gonna need to get the move done fast. Really, even as it is now, Owen doesn't have the net race lead since he has a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, no one has. Well, mind you, Dragon has that 5-second penalty. But that's a suspect that will need to be reviewed if there's evidence for
And
it.
even so, Sonny is clear. Someone just picked up a penalty, and I missed who it was, and it might have even been Dragon.
Actually, Neon Rays has a penalty, so this is going to be difficult for him to get onto the podium from here.
Yellow flag in sector 3. That's, I think, for racing point. Force racing.
So Dragon's starting to chase down Owen a bit now. He's getting closer. And he's on the DRS now. And dragging Sonny with him, actually. So this is going to be a tall order for Owen if he wants to get this win.
As Bornwolf is really close to Hammer, and they're actually fighting, and Hammer, a bit of wheel bumping there. Hammer gets past or stays in front.
Hammer was ahead, so
Yeah, stays in
manages
front
to
in that
maintain the
case.
position.
Look at their helmets though. Oh, Dragon, 3-second time
Yeah.
penalty.
That's significant.
Look at their helmets though. Bornwolf has a yellowish type of helmet. It's still orange, but it goes more to the yellow side. Well,
Yeah, there's a touch of that.
well, Hammer has an orange helmet in a red helmet.
So Sonny is actually the effective race leader now,
Yeah, definitely.
on corrected time. And Hammer's not that far away, so if you can try and close in while these people are battling, he's potentially on for a podium.
Yeah. I feel like he might really get a podium here. On fresher tires as well. The freshest out of the top 3 or top 4. Or really top 6.
Yeah. So potentially an opportunity there.
Ian Race 2.2 behind Ocean Chief and Bornwolf.
Yeah, he's caught this group pretty quickly, it must be said.
And I think Chief might actually go for a move here as well. Neon Race fastest lap, so that's 1 extra point for him. I don't think that will be beaten anymore this race.
Most likely not.
Oh, and another 3-second time penalty though.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
that's,
really bad for Owen now.
So now Hammer is in a podium position.
And Bournemouth is not that far off a podium position either, or Chief. No,
Yeah,
wait, they are. They are. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, and Owen's also having to fend off Dragon.
Yeah, and
So
Chief,
this is really
Chief
costing
goes
him.
past Bournemouth with the DRS, so makes it look easy. As we have really 4.5 laps left of the race. Fusions and Shaka also brawling it out on Camel Straight. Zagby 10-second penalty for corner cutting, so I don't even want to know what's happening back there. As Trevor is on the back of Turkey here with DRS. He might look for a move as well into Lecom. On the outside, on that small part of the track that was available.
Go. Respect given by both. Doesn't get the move done, but that was it was a fair attempt.
Hammer already within 3 seconds of Sonny. Zach be another 3-second time penalty. I think Zach is at a point nearing point of disqualification at this point.
He must be, surely.
Neon Rays on the back of Bornwolf as well. Yeah, Danny on those softs not nearly as fast as Neon Rays is. Neon Rays is just flying right now. As he's behind Bornwolf and Ocean Chief, so this is really where he might struggle to get past them. Both with DRS as well. And his DRS is really 20%, and once you drop below 10, the engine just says goodnight.
Yeah. Yeah, so might be a bit difficult for him to find his way through.
Ooh, yellow flag,
yellow
and that's
flag.
Turkey, because I think
Turkey has had an issue,
Turkey,
yeah.
Turkey lost it in Blanchimont, and I think picked up some damage as well. That's Turkey basically gone, as Bornwolf is looking for a move onto Ocean Chief on the inside, and I think he's breaks late and gets the position, so nice overtake from him. Now Neon Ray's on the back of Ocean Chief, and he really needs to get past. He's losing a lot of time on those softs, a lot of potential.
Yeah. Not really eyeing anything up, and this is just gonna cost him, especially with those penalties.
And he might be going for a move here into that second chicane. I can't remember the name, and
has a
he
good
is.
run.
And yeah,
Fanya.
that's a Kanya?
Fanya.
Fanya, yes.
Thank you, Kanye.
Thank you, Kanye. Good chicane. Nice overtake from Neon Rays, getting past Ocean Chief there. And now I think Bornwolf will just be easy prey for him.
Yeah, shouldn't be a hard move at all, really. Once he gets on the back of him.
As Dragon going for a move onto Owen. Dragon gets past Owen here, and Owen is fighting back, but Dragon blocks out the outside, and now Sonny is fighting as well. Side by side with Owen almost on the outside of turn 1. And Owen might just lose out 2 positions. Owen on the inside. Owen gets...
Well, Sonny gets it on, and he has the slipstream.
Yeah, but they're gonna go side by side, Upper Rouge and Radian, and this didn't end up well first time round for Owen, and this time I think he backed off and stays behind. But Dragon's not gonna have DRS here. The Dragon loses 1 position. Is Owen gonna send one down the inside as well? And
He's
Owen
gonna go for it.
goes late. And Dragon keeps the position for now, but now Sonny is gonna pull away, and with no penalties,
yeah,
should
Sonny
be good.
could be home and dry now.
And no one really loses positions here to, not really to Neon Rays yet. Neon Rays needs to catch up a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, Neon Ray's about half a second off P3.
Well, we know
Well, sorry, no. Half a
P4
second.
because
Well, he's
Owen,
in P4. Yeah.
because Neon Rays has a penalty, Hammer has nothing, so Hammer really goes P3 here, but
Well, Hammer will go P2.
Hammer
because,
would go P2.
Dragon
Yeah,
has
you're
the
right. You're right.
3 second, yeah. So it would be Sonny, Hammer, Dragon, Neon, then Owen.
Bornwolf. Bornwolf has nothing, and neither does Chief. Owen has 6
but
seconds.
they're too far. Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah.
Neon Rays another fastest lap. So Neon Rays is closing in, and he is within those 3 seconds of Owen now.
Yeah, and Sonny's just gone.
Goodbye, Sonny.
He's checked out. Yeah.
Yeah, he 5 laps, fresher tires. At this point of the race, it's showing. It's definitely showing.
Yeah, and I think he's just been one of the fastest guys out there on pure pace today as well.
Yeah, I think it's...
Like, it's not really been much of a contest.
I think Sonny had a really rough start to the season as well. A lot of accidents that might have been caused due to...
Chief 3 seconds.
Ooh, Chief 3. Yeah, this is... yeah. Now I don't think he's gonna get the position on Owen. But
No, the gap is too much.
unlucky for Chief here.
So Hammer has closed right up on Owen, so he might get this on track position as
paper.
well as on penalties.
Owen really struggling now.
Yeah, well, not surprising considering he took those tires from lap 3, really.
Yeah, but look at the gap
think
he
he
already
passed the
dropped to Dragon. As Hammer actually going side by side into Blanchimon, and Owen yields that one. So Owen goes
Yeah.
behind. Is it
And
going to
then
be another
Neon.
trademark Haas dive bomb on the inside? Owen does think about it, but does not send it down.
Yeah.
But Neon Rays is on the back of him now. Fusion's 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, so this race has gone from disaster to hope to disaster again for Owen.
I think Neon Rays might have actually bumped Owen there a bit. Owen was quite slow through turn 1, and Neon Rays on the softs is marginally, relatively, I don't know which word to use, but definitely faster. Yeah, look at the run he has. Hammer gonna lose 2 positions. Neon Rays a bit on the grass, gets past Hammer, but this is like that one funny overtake they did back in the day, and a bit of contact between Neon Rays and Owen keeps the position. Owen defending for his life, but all this fighting is really hampering him, and is just closing other people in. So Owen staying on the inside, Neon Rays staying on the outside, better traction for them both on the last lap of the race nonetheless. Neon Rays gets the position done through No Name. Owen still on the back of him though. Owen might look for a move through Puhan. No, Owen stays behind this time around. Hammer lost out quite a lot there, but Ocean Chief and Bornwolf got really close as well. Zagby picks up a penalty, and Hammer might look for a move here as well, coming towards the end of the lap. This race, all
this fighting has actually maybe cost Hammer P2, because he's more than 3 seconds behind Dragon, and that 5-second penalty is pending investigation, I think. So
as Hammer is closing into Owen again on the inside of Blanchimont for another time, and I think Owen has to yield one more time, and I think this time he might go for a move into bus stop, but no, he's too far away. So Owen stays behind as Sonny wins the Tier 3 Belgian Grand Prix. Dragon gets P2 on track, drops down to P3, Neon Race P2, Hammer P2, Bornwolf P3 with a sneaky podium from Bornwolf, which might get taken in there. Yeah, which then again, we don't know if it will stick due to that 5-second from Dragon. So Dragon might be P3 there, Neon Rays might be P5, and Owen dropped down to P7, Danny P8, Ocean Chief P6, good showing from him as well, really close to Dragon at the end there, but then again, Dragon had that 5-second penalty, which we don't know about. Fusion's P9, Shaka P10, and Colin, Fubar, Trevor, Turkey, and Zagby, who, you know, props to Zagby, didn't have the best race, but kept it clear, you know, he finished it.
Kept going, kept driving, and that's how you get better. You just keep driving, keep dealing with whatever comes at you, and just try and do the best you can.
Yeah, Trevor crosses the line now in P13. Turkey
fastest lap in the end for Trevor,
so
no one will get that point.
Neon Rays, which Neon Rays does get some points onto Owen here in the standings, but I'm just gonna open them up on my phone just to see the situation right now. If we say hypothetically Dragon gets the 5 seconds removed, he goes up to P3, so Neon Rays goes down to P5.
Well, actually, it'd be P2, I believe.
Is it? 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So he goes up to P2. So Neon Rays goes. Neon Ray still goes down to P5. So at P5 to P7, that's a bit of a point gap again. Not
Yeah,
as
it's about
big
4
as.
points.
So closes in by 4 points if I open the standings. We don't have Hungary standings yet, but yeah, Neon Rays is exactly or was in Silverstone 50 points behind. Driver of the day goes to Colin.
In all seriousness, though, who would be our actual driver of the day?
I would say I feel so boring giving it to the winner. But Sonny had such a commanding race as well. Not pitting under the first safety car, staying out on softs, coming out on mediums towards the end of the race, fighting it and getting P1 on track as well. It was just an outstanding drive from him.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I have to agree with that.
Yeah. So Sonny, our driver of the day and race winner for Tier 3 in Belgium. Hammer P2, probably P3 with Dragon if the penalty gets removed, getting P2 at the end. Bornwolf, in that case, will take P4. For now, he stays P3. Neon Race P4. Dragon P5. Yet again, we don't know if he's gonna get the penalty removed or not. Chief P6. Good result from him as well. Owen didn't have the best of races. I don't think he's gonna be exceptionally happy. Started 7th, finished 7th. Still a good recovery drive nonetheless.
Yeah, it was just run out of tires at the end.
Yeah, Danny P9. Danny P9, Shaka P10, and those are the people in the points. As Trevor picked up the fastest lap, taking the point away from Neon Rays at the end of the race.
Yeah. Well, if I can't have the fastest point, nobody can.
That's a good attitude. I'll defer the game. As it's favorite time of the day, interviews where you don't know what to ask.
Ah, yes. That time where we look like we don't know what we're doing.
Okay, let's get Sonny in here. Hello, Sonny.
Hello.
You want to talk?
No, it was Owen talking, but it's good. He was complaining about his tires.
Well,
I mean-
anyways, yeah, it's Pixel. You take it away.
Yeah. So that looked easy. The way you drove anyway, was it?
I don't know. Wasn't easy, but it wasn't difficult. I think this race was all about patience, and the strategy came into play late into the race. So I didn't know in the moment. I was surprised people went on mediums because I were considering going on hards till the end of the race, but when I randomly decided not to. I didn't think about it for too long time. And looking back at Bornwolf, he ended up in P3 on penalties. So I think the medium runners, they were like on the very edge with tires in the puncture range. So it was very risky to go on mediums from this safety car till the end. And yeah, just had to keep the car on track, not make any penalties, and secure the back-to-back win.
Yeah, very nicely done. I think you probably were the fastest car on pace. So nice to see that you got the result that you deserved on pace anyway. So you said that's 2 on the trot now. Do you think you can make it 3 for 3 next week?
What track is it next?
Monza.
I believe it's Monza.
I like last time I raced it, it wasn't my best track. But maybe this game is different because car has much more downforce and it's easier to handle, especially through Ascari. This was the corner that I really struggled on the last game, and this one it feels fine. So we will see.
Yep. Any thoughts on the race? Anything you'd like to add?
Well, I think all good. Surprised with the quali that my first run ended up being P1 for so long, but other than that, pretty straightforward race.
Yeah. So well done on that. It'll be interesting to see if you can go for the 3 in a row.
Yeah.
But in any case, some really good driving these last 2 rounds. So well done.
Yeah, congrats.
thanks
for
congrats
the
on the win. And you also you got driver today from us. If that means anything.
Really?
To you. Yeah.
Do I get it like also back to back?
Did you get it last week as well? I don't
This is it's pressure on me then.
Yeah. If you don't make it 3 for 3, you can say bye bye to Red Bull. Albon's taking the seat.
Okay. Pressure.
Pressure. It's only
No
fair.
pressure.
It's the Red Bull environment. That's how it goes.
Okay.
Well, again,
That's how it be.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Thank you guys. Bye bye.
Yeah, thanks,
Bye
man.
bye. Who do we want to get in here next? How about Hammer?
Yeah, I'll drag him in.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hey.
Not bad for your debut.
No, not really. Not bad. Yeah, I was pretty happy with that. Good race, I think.
Yeah.
Quite hectic in the end.
Yeah, you had some really good pace. Unfortunate that you got caught up between the battle with Owen and Neon Race, because that's potentially cost you the P2, subject to a review on a penalty that Dragon got. So
Yeah.
it may still be P2, but that remains to be seen. But in any case, podium on debut is not half bad.
No, definitely not. But it was also interesting with all the converging strategies at the end. You had the people on old hards who I had to pass, but then you also had the people who did medium soft, and they were way faster at the end. So it was quite nerve-wracking in the end. And then I kept passing, who was it? Owen, I think, on the wrong part of the track, like before the bus stop chicane.
Yeah.
So then he repassed me on the Camel Straight, and I think Neon Race went with him. But luckily, they told me Icewind was chiefing, and he said they had both a penalty, so I knew just stick behind, and then I'll stick there. But yeah, it was difficult because somehow I couldn't pass people on the Camel Straight, but I could on the other straight, so that didn't really work out perfectly.
Well, either way, it was still a really good fun fight to watch as well. For the majority of the
thank
race
you.
as well, you were in the mix of it as well. So
Yeah, there was some tough strategic decisions, because in the beginning, like at the safety car, what do you do? Do you pit for hard and go until the end, or do you go on a bit longer? I didn't really know what to do, and then I made the decision to go on. So I hoped it worked out. And when I was behind that whole train, I was a bit afraid at first, but in the end, it worked out. So I'm happy with that. P2 or P3, I don't mind. It's both a good position, I think.
it definitely is. Any chance of seeing you again here next week as a reserve?
Maybe it depends a bit on on how my energy is. Next week I'm back working. This week I had a week off, so I thought I'd jump in a 2S race, because normally I race in SRL. But yeah, there's definitely a chance I'll show up at more races now. I liked it, so
Yeah, it was fun watching you. So
Yeah, definitely.
thank you. Thank
Alright,
you,
thanks,
guys.
man.
thanks for joining, and congrats again on the podium.
Yeah, congratulations.
Pixel, do we have anyone else?
Yes. I think we should give Sam an interview.
Is he here, Sam? Move
He
him.
is, yes.
Just
I'll
move
drag him in.
Hello, Sam.
Hello there.
Oh, what? Okay, hello.
You're here against your free will.
Not expecting that. Hello.
P3, possibly. Hello, John.
It's probably going to be P4.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How did those hearts feel?
Yeah, I want to swear, but I shouldn't. Rubbish.
I think we know what
word
it
I'll
means.
use. I know who to blame for that, but you know, I'm not going to blame him. Mr. Crew Chief Triton told me to go on hards, and I did.
Oh,
And,
Ferrari
yeah.
master plan.
Suffice to
Ferrari
say that
master
was
plan.
the wrong call.
Yeah.
But still, to salvage the result you did with the arguably wrong tires.
Yeah. Well,
Pretty
it's
decent.
everyone ahead was like battling the last lap or two as well. So, and I'm quite annoyed at how their tires didn't blow, because Owen said his was on 91%. It's like,
Wow.
bruh.
Yeah,
Like, how do they survive?
yeah, that's quite fortunate.
What about next
then
week
again,
with the funny
What?
straight track with a couple corners?
oh, Monza. I mean, I'm good at it on ACC. I don't know about F1. I don't know. I just sort of turn up and race for these. So
Imagine if you practice tier 1 pace.
no, I use assists.
Okay, reasonable. then.
Disgusting.
What about you, Kimmy? How was your pad experience in those like 2 laps you did?
Well, it's safe to say I am not touching a pad again.
Oh, come on, man.
No, it's because I can't be home on my sim for this race. I'm leaving like in 20 minutes to go home because uni stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take my laptop, I'm gonna take my pad, and I'm just gonna try. Just gonna see what happens. And I guess we all saw the result of that.
We definitely
Not
did.
We
good.
did.
Or we saw the lack of
definitely
result.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There was a recreation of the crash 2 years prior to this with someone called Giovinazzi in Spa.
Mm.
It was basically
yes.
identical.
But your car ended up so far down as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that wasn't the only Giovinazzi cosplay of this race.
No.
There
Oh.
were 2 others.
Oh,
Watch
wow.
the stream for some spiciness.
Will do. I will watch that back.
Yeah.
But yeah, not touching a pad again.
That
Solid
is,
vibe on that.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add.
Yeah. Nor do I.
Uh,
So
yeah, congrats, Sam or Bornwolf on
Thank you.
on
yeah,
that
congrats.
P4, P3, whatever it's gonna turn out being.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, closing in on Owen. That's what matters.
True. Very true.
Both you and Ian Race closing in on Owen, so
Hey, what about me? Huh? You don't
Not
believe
quite,
that I
mate,
can
not
I can
quite.
close in? Huh? Nah, never.
Do
No
you want
way.
the honest answer or not?
I know the honest answer.
Good boy.
well,
Yeah,
thanks.
no, I think I'm taking a break from sim racing, so
Oh,
Oh.
come
probably
on.
won't see me for the next 2 weeks or so.
Not cool, bro. Not cool.
It has to happen.
Oh, apparently
Anyways, you
Dragon's
gotta wrap up.
recording went off for the first 2 laps, so. Oh, maybe podium.
What?
It doesn't matter.
No idea
What
you
are you saying, son?
Dragon said in chat that it only recorded the first 2 laps of the race and then it crashed.
Yeah, but I think
Oh.
it was on stream,
Oh.
wasn't it?
No, we didn't. We just
Well,
got the
No, we
penalty.
didn't catch the moment itself
Yeah.
on stream. 'cause we got that, so
Uh-oh.
That's so unfortunate.
oh god, you sound so gutted for him.
I sound so upset. Exactly.
Yeah.
Feels
Really?
bad, man.
Yeah, you're not smiling at all, are you?
No, not at all.
It's a big F, man.
Normal.
Well, thanks for joining and congrats, Sam, on I guess P3.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, and on that note, I think we can end it here.
I think we can.
Yeah. Well, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Sam and Kimmy, for racing. Or Sam.
Hey, if it wasn't for me, there'd be no safety car. Race would have been boring. Thank you very much.
True.
Good TED talk.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next time. Yeah. Bye bye.
Adios.
Ciao, ciao.